Hey, it's IdkWhatsRc, and this video will be about my MMORPG called Reigning Chain. So first of all, I want to announce that I will be doing my second open beta tomorrow, so the 29th of March, and it will happen at 3 p.m. East Coast. If you don't know what time it will be in your time zone, then simply click the link in the description. Obviously, the open beta will take place on my website called reigningchain.com, and like the last one, it won't last long, maybe 30 minutes to 1 hour. Anyway, there's not that much content to show. But yeah, I've been working on the content, so working on my very first quest using the tools I've created. So like you might already know, the content, so like the quests and maps, will be created by the player using the tools in my toolkit, I guess. So I've been using them to test if they're useful, and they turn out to be very useful. There's a couple twists that I've made to make them even more useful. So for example, this is the quest this is the map related to the quest I'm making. So it's a really big map. I will probably never do a map that big again, but I won't really go too much into the details. But long story short, one thing I've added with the toolkit is that back then you needed, for example, to create the collision layer, you needed to put all the tile everywhere the player couldn't walk, and it was a lot time consuming. So I've changed the toolkit, and it now generates the collision grid automatically for you. And same thing goes for the above layer. Back then you needed to do it manually, and now it's generated automatically. So very handy. And I've also totally changed the dialogue system to make it a lot easier to use. One thing I've added into the game is the skilling plot system. So like RuneScape and pretty much any game with a crafting system, you can harvest resources from different stuff like trees, rocks, and so on. But unlike RuneScape, my game will have a really different harvesting system. So in RuneScape, how it works, you go next to a tree, you cut the tree, wait a couple of seconds, cut the tree again, and you just repeat the exact same click all the time. So it's kind of boring. There's other problems like bots and stuff like that. So in my game, it will be really different. So each skilling plot is linked with a quest, and after cutting a tree, for example, it will stay down. So you can only cut it once, but if you complete the quest linked with a resource plot, it will regenerate, respawn, and you can cut it again. So yeah, don't forget that in my game you can complete any quest multiple times. That's basically the whole point of the game. You don't really grind skills, but you grind quests. And well, grinding skill means that you're grinding quests. I find grinding quests a lot more enjoyable, and that's basically how it will be. So it makes a big difference, especially economically, because you cannot simply, if there's a good resources, you cannot simply stay there and cut it all day long. To make cash, you need to do various things to be efficient. So unlike RuneScape, being efficient is doing various things, not just the same thing. And another system to make that even more important in the game, so various thing, is the cycle system. So how it works is that each quest in my game is as a bonus. So for example, if a certain quest has 10% bonus, then completing the quest will grant you 10% better reward, and and it will also give you 10% more experience when harvesting stuff. So harvesting a tree linked with this quest. And how it will work is that every day that you play, each quest that you can complete gets a 5% bonus. And this is really a big deal because this is a very important feature. That's what I meant. It's because it will remove dead content. So everybody knows that in RuneScape it's filled with dead content that are simply not used because it's not efficient to do it. So if you're high level, you will never do 90% of the stuff because that's for lower level. But with a system like that, every quest has the potential to be good. So for example, there's a quest, it's not really good, but after a month, you will get a, let's say, a 150% bonus from it, so it might actually be viable and even better than the best quest because of the bonus. So obviously you won't do the shitty quests, well, not shitty, no, not shitty, but I mean the low reward quest. They can still be interesting, and to be honest, in RuneScape there's a lot of stuff that's really fun, and even more fun than the high level stuff, but it's just inefficient to do it, so you never do the fun stuff, you just do what's efficient. But in my game, efficient thing might be the most fun things. So that's basically how I plan it to work. There's still a couple stuff that I need to make sure that it works perfectly, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. And finally, my biggest change is the new, it's not really a new system, it's more that I've added content for the monster. So my monster system have been done a while ago, but I've never actually put the time to create the monsters. So the last couple days I've been working on them. So I got about 20 different monsters, which each of them like 3 or 5 special abilities, so it will take a while to show them all, so I will only show like my 4 favorite ones. So first of all, my favorite one is the mushroom. So it's a really epic mushroom, like you will see. There's a lot of stuff that's really similar to my old, how it's called, my old Flash game. I made a video about it a very long time ago. So how it works is this mushroom, he runs randomly around the player, and what it does is that he put random spore on the ground, and if you touch the spore, then you get stunned and you lose life, obviously. And once in a while it also shoots spore all around himself. So that's one of the monster. I'll just kill it eventually. Shouldn't be too long. I'll probably just use the secret tool to kill everything on the screen automatically. So that's one of the monster, probably my favorite one. And the other monster that I want to show is the Dragon King. So the Dragon Kill has 4 attacks, if I remember correctly. So one of them is the wind attack, kind of similar to the mushroom. Other attack is the cold bullet, the ice bullet, not bullet, nova, ice nova, so a bullet that shoots other bullets. There's the fire nova, as you can see, and there's the lightning nova, which is a single bullet that generates shockwaves. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but it's really fun. I'll just use the secret tool. Okay, it should be dead. And then other monster, I guess I will show the larva, which was also in my old game. So it's basically a random monster that doesn't attack, but if you kill it close to you, it will explode and kill you. So you need to make sure. I'm still not sure about the size of the explosion, but it's kind of fun, because normally you will fight like 10 of them at the same time. They all want to rush to you, so you need to kill them, but make sure that you're far from them and that your friend, because obviously this is multiplayer, that your friend is not nearby, because they pretty much one-shot you if you're close. And finally, the skeleton, which is kind of normal, I guess. And what it does is that he strikes you if you're close. He can also push you with his boomerang. So this is like, not really boomerang, but bone that acts like boomerang. And he can also knock back you. So this is one of the features in my game. And kind of funny, because if you're close to a, yeah, he can also kill you simply with the attack. But he can actually push you in the pit, in the hole, and it will kill you. So that's kind of funny, and it makes a lot of special battle possible. I already got a lot of ideas about boss, like you need to dodge the bullets, otherwise it hits you and you might end up in the hole. So I guess that's pretty much it about this video. Once again, I've made about 20 monsters like that, so each with different abilities, and you need to fight them with different meanings. So if you like this little update video, and don't forget the open beta that's happening tomorrow. So see ya!